Today I'm going to give you 5 tips for your upcoming ultra cycling event. Over the years I've taken part in many different cycling disciplines, road racing, mountain biking, triathlon, but more recently I've been taken in by the world of ultra cycling. And as a relative novice to this side of the sport, I thought I'd give you a bit of an insight into the tips that have helped me prepare for the events that I've been lucky enough to ride. Now whilst these tips are aimed at ultra cycling events, they're probably also relevant to long distance rides or perhaps your first overnight bikepacking trip. One of the best things about ultra cycling is the ability to eat what you want, when you want. 2 burgers for dinner, pizza for breakfast, endless Haribo in between. It's fantastic. For shorter events I like to carry all my own food, in the form of energy drinks, energy bars, gels and other snacks. Basically it means I don't have to stop. But for anything over about 30 hours I like to have some real food. So before the event I work out where I might be able to get that and plan it into my race programme. Things like McDonald's offer great consistency wherever you are in the world. Although it is nice to try some local cuisine, you just have to be careful that what you eat isn't going to put you on the loo for the rest of the event. Due to the events being less intense in nature, ultra cycling is heavily reliant on fat as a source of energy. Before the Pan Celtic, I put on about 2 kilos to make sure I had enough energy reserves to see me through the event. But during the course of the event, I still managed to lose about 5 kilos. I think that gives an indication of just how important it is to make sure you eat enough and build those reserves up before the event starts. Personally, one of the hardest things about finishing one of these events is weaning yourself back off about 8,000 calories a day to a normal amount of food. In ultra cycling, adequate rest is essential for performance. But adequate rest is a very personal thing. Sure, you might be able to go 36 hours without any sleep, but what's going to happen over the course of the next few days? When you're tired, everything takes longer and is much harder. You'll find you'll waste time on silly things, misread routing, and generally just faff around much longer than you would if you weren't tired. It's amazing just how little sleep you can get away with and still perform on the bike. Even just a 30-minute power nap can have a huge impact on how you feel and your ability to perform. Where to sleep is another one of the choices you're going to have to make during the ultra event. Hotels offer the best comfort with a nice warm bed, opportunity to shower and breakfast in the morning. But it can be sometimes difficult to leave if it's raining outside when you wake up, and sometimes smuggling your bike in past the receptionist into your room can be difficult. Bivvying, on the other hand, offers a huge amount of flexibility. You can sleep where you want, when you want, but you're going to forego some of those comforts, and sleeping out in the rain isn't quite as fun. Personally, I like to use a mixture of bivvying and the hotels, so if the weather's great, I'll sleep on a bivvy bag. If it's bad, I'll head to a hotel. Try and go somewhere like a Premier Inn because there's no questions asked about keeping your bike in your room. You know the quality of the room is going to be okay and you can get a nice breakfast in the morning. I recommend downloading a few apps like Airbnb, Booking.com. They're really handy if you get caught somewhere in the weather or you just want to shower or stay in a comfortable bed. You can easily get the map up and work out what's nearby and book it and head there. Like all things ultra, there's a lot of trial and effort involved in working out what works for you. So I suggest trying a few different things, maybe have a night out in a bivvy bag, maybe do an overnight bikepacking trip and stay in a hotel and just figure out how your body copes or adapts to those different sleeping environments. You've done the hard bit, you've taken the plunge and you've entered an event. You know how much food you're going to need to eat and how much sleep you might need to get each night. But now it's time to start planning. Some events, like the Pan Celtic, have a fixed route to follow, whereas others like Transcontinental have a series of checkpoints and you have to make your own route between them. Each of these presents its own challenges. So spend some time looking at the route, working out where you might be able to get food, where you might be able to sleep, and where those extra tricky bits might be. Doing some of this planning before the event will save you a lot of time and effort, especially when you're tired. You can take your route and upload it to Google Earth, and this is a really easy way to work out where key shops are, restaurants, places to stay, and areas where you might be able to get some resupply. You can mark these key locations on the map and save it to your account, so you can view it on your phone whenever you want. This is really handy when you're tired during the event and just need to get to a bike shop or a Greggs for that all-important sausage roll. Ultras are all about planning and strategy, so don't miss this important step. It will give you the confidence just to be able to relax and enjoy the ride. Now everyone knows there's nothing worse than getting a puncture. Now imagine getting that puncture when you're tired, it's raining, it's the middle of the night, and all you want to do is have a McDonald's. You need to select the right tyres for the event, be it on-road, off-road, or a mixture of the two. But I strongly recommend whatever you do, you use tubeless tyres and you ditch those inner tubes. Tubeless tyres will significantly reduce the amount of punctures you get. And even if you do get a puncture, it can often be a quick fix using a plug. You can also run them at a much lower pressure, which provides all important comfort, and as you know, in ultra, comfort is fast. Spend some time working out which tyre and wheel combination works best for you. With tubeless tyres, if you get that wrong, it can sometimes take forever or be near impossible to get a tyre off, and you don't want to find that out when you're in the middle of an event. Personally, I like to use Schwalbe tyres. I find them really easy to get on and off. On my road bike, I use 30mm Schwalbe 1s, and on my mountain bike, a mixture of Racing Ray and Racing Ralphs. Although I say ditch those inner tubes and switch to tubeless, I still recommend taking 1 or 2, maybe even 3 inner tubes with you, just in case. For me, the most important tip is enjoyment, and finding that enjoyment when times are hard, switching your mindset from negative to positive, and being able to push on through those challenging times. Ultra cycling is a roller coaster of emotions, and you will face challenges. Maybe you'll be tired, missing home, or just want it all to end. Mental fortitude will carry you a lot further than physical ability, so you need to find a way to switch that mindset. Find those little wins. Perhaps it's a nice view, a fun descent, a friendly face, or a massive ice cream. Be present, live in the moment, and remember, this suffering will end. You'll see me back at work before you know it, wishing you were back out on your bike. And there you have it, my 5 essential tips for anyone looking to do an ultra event. Get some sleep, eat lots of food, plan the event in advance, switch to tubeless tyres, and don't forget to find joy in the journey. If you've got any of your own tips or any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. We all started somewhere, so don't be afraid to take on those epic challenges. Until next time, happy adventures.